win game one and really set the tempo for the weekend. And that didn't happen. How disappointed are you in game one, Josh?
I don't know if I'm disappointed by the result as much as I am disappointed by how it got to the result. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you look at the stats, Aaron Nola pitched pretty well. he went he threw 104 pitches. He gave up 5 runs, but it's just the way it went down. I thought he had 9 strikeouts. He gave up 1 home run and 1 walk. So overall, in the grand scheme of things, he didn't pitch that poorly.
Yeah, look, here's the problem. You have a Phillies team that on paper, and this is something that, I'm parroting a little bit what Sal Licata told Mike Gill yesterday, Sal Licata from The Fan.
Sure.
And he said, The Fan in New York, and he was talking about, and I agree with this. On paper, Bill, the Phillies are supposed to be a certain level of talent and ability and all these things. And then you get on the field and it's like they don't have it sometimes.
Yeah, I know. They just come out flat.
And I don't know how to handle that sometimes, because if I'm being objective, Bill, the objective part of me says, well, anybody can win or lose on any day of the week. And,
right.
Maybe Bassett was just having a good night and Nola didn't have his best night. And I know Pete Alonso has very good career numbers against Aaron Nola. That's the objective part of me. The part of me that is from South Philly that went to Veterans Stadium as a 5-year-old and got beer poured on my head by a Mets fan.
So that's what happened.
When I was a little Phillies munchkin at the game, says you can't lose that pitifully to the Mets,
right?
When there's no DeGrom, no Scherzer this weekend. You had Diaz on the ropes last weekend. It's like at some point, these guys gotta stop having excuses.
Well, we're going to get into a lot of Phillies talk throughout the day. We got a great show lined up. The sportsbook Consigliere will join us at 10:30 as he does each and every Saturday. And then Dan Adams, former chief of the Longport Beach Patrol. We had the Gaudies last night, and Atlantic City wins another Gaudies race, and that's a feather in their cap. They've had a great year in lifeguard racing. Atlantic City did. The races marks the end of the summer, and I made that point to several of the lifeguards that participated. I said, I love the Gaudies, I love covering them, I love being there, but it's like bittersweet. I hate being there because you get to the Gaudies and summer's almost over.
Yeah, I know for you it's very bittersweet. For people like me, this is like
you're getting ramped up.
This is our ramp up time. The summer's a long haul, and it's one of those things where the disappointment about summer for me, Bill, is there's always stuff I want to do every summer I never get around to doing.
Well, that's because you work 24/7.
Well, there's a lot more reasons than that. But
well, Josh, a lot of locals, a lot of people that own businesses or employees that are just here for the summer.
Yeah.
By this time of year, they're ready to leave. It's because it's a grind every day. I mean, most businesses only give summertime help 1 day off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I got to tell you, I'm excited about the football season. We're going to talk a little college football. We'll talk about the Eagles throughout the show. So Josh, Thursday, I had to go to the downtown of Collingswood. I was on the Avenue and I had to go to the Camtech, it's called. They do work on my computer.
Okay.
And they have a big picture window. They're right across from the Borough Hall in Collingswood. And I'm standing there. I'm waiting for service, and I look out through the big picture window. Who do I see standing there? Kyle Schwarber.
I mean, what are the odds of that?
Right. I mean, we stand there, and the only reason I saw him is because somebody on the street recognized him. I was inside the building. Somebody on the street recognized him, and he was having a conversation. So I'm looking for my, business card or something. I want to go out to introduce myself and, just talk to him. And I go out there. I say, hey, Kyle, it's not every day of the week we get to see a Philadelphia Philly on the Avenue here in Collingswood. He started laughing. We talked, and eventually I invited him to be a guest on my show, and gave him my business card. I said, I'm not going to ask for your number, because I don't want to ask him and have him tell me no. But here's my business card. If you want to do an interview or if you want to be on my show, I'd love to have you. And he goes, all right, yeah. He seemed really receptive. While we were talking, he said, this weekend's going to be different. I'm coming back Friday night is what he told me. And I said, I told him about Mr. Met, who is, just constantly breaking my stones last night on text messaging. He was so happy that the Mets won. And this Bassett, the Phillies can't beat him.
Bassett now is 3-0.
What I call him, Bassett, like Dorsett.
Bassett. Yeah, it's not Bassett. It's Bassett.
Bassett.
Bassett is now 3-0 against the Phillies in 4 career starts with a 1.59 ERA. So
28 innings of not giving up an earned run.
Look, it's something where some guys just have it, some guys just don't. Like I mentioned earlier, Alonso's got good numbers in his career against Alonso's got good career numbers against Nola, is what I was trying to say. So there's a party that looks around and you say, maybe certain things they're just not meant to be certain nights of the week. But still, Bill, you got 3 more games left. You have no Scherzer, no DeGrom the entire weekend. In fact, I'm going to double check it right now. The last time I was still waiting on the Mets to announce one of their starters for this weekend for one of the games.
In my, I get the newspaper, and in my newspaper, I think on Friday, it was printed out that it was going to be, we're going to have Wheeler on the mat, Nola, Wheeler.
I'm not talking about the Phillies.
Oh,
the Mets.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said
Well,
the Mets.
DeGrom wasn't going to be. I knew that.
So here it is right here. It's still TBD for Sunday. Bill,
they could probably.
You can't start losing games to TBD. I don't care who TBD is.
I hear you. And
TBD could be chubby Nelson Figueroa coming out of the beer league. You see that video online?
Yeah. Hey.
Nelson Figueroa is 48 years old. For those who didn't see it, he just goes in this random, semi-pro league game,
right?
Just starts striking guys out left and right. It looks like he just came out from the bar.
Here's the thing, too. If you're going up, if you're going to miss DeGrom and Scherzer, you need to win the series.
Yes.
I mean, you need to get 3 out of 4. There's no excuse for that.
Today, right?
Yeah. But you're already, you're already 1 down now. So let me ask you this question, Josh, with our Twitter poll question of the day here. Where do you stand? Are you checked out? You got 1 more game in you. If you don't, if the Phillies can win tonight or today, actually, there's a doubleheader at 1:05.
Double dip today.
Double dip, but they're not your traditional doubleheader. It's a day night, right? 7.
Yeah, it's 1:05 first game, 7:15 because the second game's on Fox TV,
right?
Which was apparently news to Crucker last night. I don't know if you saw the segment.
I didn't get home until 8:30, I guess. For the
okay, well then you missed the part where apparently John Kruk didn't know the second game was on Fox today. So McCarthy's like, "Oh yeah, we won't be calling it the second game." He's like, "Well, why not?"
You know what's funny when
he's like, "Am I not supposed to be here tomorrow?" And Tom's like, "No." He's like, "It's on Fox, the national game of the weekend." And he's like, "Well, do we still get food?"
So Josh, John, last night I thought it was pretty funny the way Tom McCarthy looks at John Kruk. He doesn't know whether to take him serious with some of the things he says, and then the other times it looks like he can't refrain from laughing at what he said. And there was a part of the game, I guess it was in the 7th inning. I don't know what Kruk was saying, I forget specifically, but Tom McCarthy had this look of disbelief and like he was trying to hold back from laughing really, real hard.
That's usual,
and that's unique. That's fun to see when the guys covering the game have that type of rapport.
I know we got to go to break, but I've always said that I think Kruk has become the most fun part of the Phillies broadcast because in the aftermath of losing Harry Kalas all those years ago, and this is nothing against any of the guys who have been next to Tom McCarthy over the last decade, but I got to be honest with you, Bill, I think most of them have been boring and stale.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree.
And I think that Kruk has done a great job at amplifying Tom McCarthy's personality. I think Kruk has made the broadcast must listen to see because he's entertaining and he's funny. He's a baseball guy.
And I get that. But anybody that comes after Harry Kalas is not going to have a fair shot.
No, but you got to give me, no offense to some of the other guys who have done the broadcast over the years.
Right.
I think that a lot of those color guys who have been cycled in and out in the aftermath of the Harry Kalas, Chris Wheeler, Richie Ashburn,
right.
That era.
Well, and I think, but also, Josh, I also believe that for you and I, and a lot of people our age group, they grew up with this, and
right.
From the generation, say post 5 years of Harry Kalas, they have no idea how great and how lucky we were to have a Harry Kalas. You know
And
what I
listen,
mean?
this is
so they don't understand what we're comparing them to. You know what I mean?
right. And again, I think Tom McCarthy does a great job. I just think that sometimes when he's been paired with other people who have not been John Kruk over the years, have just not been good at times.
Well, I'll tell you what, we need the Phillies to be good. They need to pick up. You got to have a split tonight, at least minimum, and then
they better win. Or Kruk's threatening to drink on the air.
Yeah, they got to win on Sunday. All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know those worrisome thoughts that creep in your mind every time you hear of a storm coming, and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house. Hours of time on the road. If you're down in Florida, you're away for the winter, let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869. Or send Debbie an email, Debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schwein, Josh Hennig, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles preseason continues tomorrow in Cleveland against the Browns.
Fires, and it is caught for a touchdown by Dallas Goedert.
Pre-game coverage starts at noon with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 1 p.m. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein. I'm here to tell you about the insurance doctor. If you have an insurance claim, don't call the insurance company first. Call the insurance doctor. You wouldn't go to court without your lawyer or an IRS audit without your accountant. Then don't call a claim without the doctor. Tell him, Baldy.
Brian Baldinger here. When you want to maximize your insurance settlement, call the insurance doctor at 856-874-8377 or check out their website, insurancedoctorllc.com. They work for me. They'll work for you. Tell them Baldy sent you.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
New Jersey car owners, with interest rates rising, the current value of your trade is about to plummet. So drive directly to Matt Blatt Nissan because AJ the Trade Man needs your trade.
Oh yeah, it's on at Matt Blatt Nissan.
So cash in your vehicle now before it's too late and drive home in a new Nissan today. MattBlattNissan.com. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan. MattBlattNissan.com. On the Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back here in The Locker Room. Billy Schwein, Josh Hennig, 97.3 ESPN. Josh, last night the Phillies, 2 batters were hit by Bassett and
Bassett.
Why do we keep saying Bassett? And
I have no idea.
Ready for this? So I'm interviewing Ryan Dunn and Frank Christie from the Ocean City Beach Patrol, and I couldn't get Ryan Dunn's name right. So you heard it. I sent it to you. Obviously, you're gonna edit it, but I couldn't get it right. I don't know what. I've never had a block like that.
I don't have an answer for you.
Well, the only thing I can think, Josh, you did it, by the way. Thank you so much for filling in for me last week. You and Brad, I was knocked out of the box with the vid. But I'll tell you what, this time I had it in January where I was sick, like really sick. But for an extended period of time, like it was, 10 days where I was like really knocked out. And then this time I was only sick for really 3 days, but I still am feeling the effects. Like I don't know. I just feel weird. I can't put my finger on it, but I could get Ryan Dunn's name right.
By the way, it was Segura and Vierling.
All right, Vierling was it. So getting back on track, and I'm basically talking about Segura because he was hit. His thumb, he broke his thumb, right, or his index finger because he was hit by it. But that was the second time. At what point, when are the Phillies pitchers going to start defending their teammates? Like nobody wore a bow tie last night.
Well,
I know I'm not,
but
I'm not advocating beating somebody on purpose. But at least get their feet moving, get them feeling uncomfortable at the plate.
My working assumption. Now, I'm not saying that this is right, so I disclaimer it off the bat. I think the reason why nobody threw any chin music from the Phillies side last night was because my perception of the situation was I think they didn't think it was serious because the one
doesn't matter. It's the second time. What are you going to lose Gene Segura for the rest of the year, Josh?
Because the one Bassett, first of all, I don't know who works on the Mets bench,
right?
But they're idiots because it was obvious on the television broadcast that Bassett had a cut on his thumb.
Yes,
and he immediately looked down and his thumb was bleeding.
So that's what all the more reason for us to be pissed off, Josh.
So why are the Mets not sending a trainer out there to put a bandage on his finger?
Well, more importantly, the reason why, he pitched that well with a blister in his thumb or his finger.
Yeah.
That's not too good for the Phillies. This team I mean, are you kidding me?
Well, that gets back to the thing that you wrote over at 97.3 ESPN.com about the way that the team
17 runs, right?
17 total runs. Total.
By the way, if you
cumulative.
Every Friday on 97.3 ESPN.com, I write an article previewing this week's show, and I throw a few stats in there. If I'm wrong with my stats, Josh edits it.
Right, but that's what the point is that
I just
17 runs, and now it's 19.
Right.
19 runs over basically a 7-day period. And at some point, I don't care who you are, you start looking around, right?
Yeah.
You start looking around and wondering, well, we hit 5 home runs in one game. Think about that. Of those 19 runs, 11 of them
were homers.
Came in one game.
But Josh,
so at what point?
But Josh, here the Phillies are down. I think at the time they were down 4-0 when Segura got hit, or 1-0. But in a 1-0 game, you don't.
I think it was 4-0.
I think it was 4-0. But you don't want to look. I get it. You're playing the Mets. It's August. It's late August. You're 10 behind the Mets. You have it. You're 4-11 going into last night's game against the Mets. You need to make a statement. And if you're down 4-0 and you're one of your better players gets hit, I think the Phillies got to man up and throw it. Now it all depends. I guarantee. I shouldn't say I guarantee. I would hope that if they come out flat in game 1 again, and they're down by at least 3 runs in the early going, a message got to be sent, Josh.
Again,
I mean, because when you do stuff like Josh, when you do stuff like that, hold on. When you do something like it, you get two things that get accomplished. Your team could become more closely bonded, together because they're sticking together. And number 2, it might back the Mets off a little bit.
In theory, yes.
In theory.
Again, I think the reason why they didn't do the chin music last night, again, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying I think their theory was they thought that the 2 hit batters was because Bassett didn't have control.
Well,
now,
it doesn't matter. I don't care.
I know it doesn't matter to you, but you're not on the field. You're not in the situation last night.
Well, when I see Kyle Schwarber walking down the avenue, I'll ask him again.
Okay, well, you ask Kyle Schwarber when you see him. But until then, I think that a lot of things, if, for example, I watched the Jeter documentary,
right.
The Captain.
I haven't seen that yet.
And one of the things to talk about in the documentary was about, the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry. And Jeter talked about, he said, there were times that, like Clemens would throw at the Red Sox, right?
Right.
And he said there were times that we were like, we're not throwing back at them, not because we're scared of them, but because it's more important. Like he said, it was more important to him to win the game than to win.
And look, that's the
the headhunting fest. But he said at times you had to send a message, and then there was the scene of Andy Pettitte, going the one game where he went 7-8 innings, and the Red Sox threw at the Yankees the next game, and then Pettitte goes 6-7 innings, throws at nobody, and Pettitte was like, I didn't care about throwing people. I was out there to bleep and kick their bleep.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, sometimes in the moment, the players don't feel it's necessary. Now, maybe last night, maybe they should have. Maybe last night, as you said, they needed a little something.
They needed a spark.
I think the bigger problem last night wasn't that. I think the bigger problem last night was Nola giving up the 5 runs. And you thought that if you stopped the bleeding after those 5 innings, you'd be okay.
Right.
But then you scored nothing against the Mets bullpen. To me, that's more concerning than anything.
So
because there was no Diaz last night.
No.
It was Ottavino, it was Rodriguez, it was May. And there was no point. And don't tell me those are elite bullpen guys, because Rodriguez and May both have bloated ERAs. Right. If you can't score runs against the Mets bullpen when their name is in Diaz.
Especially after they got waxed by the Braves for 3 out of 4 games.
I'm just saying.
All right. The Twitter poll question of the day is, at Locker Room 973, after the Phillies lost game 1 to the Mets, do you still believe in the Phillies or have you checked out? Right now, 67% they still believe, Josh.
Is that the early returns?
That's the early returns. And then we got some
10% of precincts reporting.
Yeah, maybe 6. But guess what? That's that's a pretty loyal number, man. We still got some loyalty to the Phillies going because it's football season. You know, football reigns supreme here.
Yeah, at the locker room, at locker room 973 on Twitter. Also, we retweeted on the 973 ESPN Twitter account.
Now we're also on.
well.
We're also on my YouTube channel today.
YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
YouTube, bro.
The locker room, Billy Schwein. Check in because on the other side, we're gonna have the sportsbook consigliere chime in for his unique look and perspective.
This is the highlight of your
sports.
weekend here.
It is. The sportsbook consigliere is unique in his sports insight. So I look forward to that. The sportsbook consigliere. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Do you know that, Josh?
Now I do.
All right. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Now, I spoke with Michael Pileggi from Maserati, the main line. I said the next time we do a golf outing, we got to get him to put a Maserati, a Levante, right on the one of the par threes. So if somebody hits a hole in one, they get a Maserati.
Well, he might say no because instead of hitting the hole in one, they might hit the car.
All right, friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan of the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available in the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the main line, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at Maserati the main line today at RDS Auto Group at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll go to Las Vegas and talk to the sportsbook consigliere. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Josh Hennig right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Today on ESPN Radio.
When we're right and when we're whole, we are going to be a very good offense. Obviously, we got to play better.
While the Yankees have been struggling since the All-Star break, they still sit high atop the AL East. This weekend, they welcome Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Toronto Blue Jays, who are fighting for the AL wildcard lead. The Yankees and Blue Jays. Coverage begins today at 12:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Somers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Somers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both the Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward with all your school printing from Staples.
Okay, class, refer to the seating chart for your desk assignment. Class?
But we can't read yet.
Don't worry, they'll get there. Now get 30% off school-related prints when you spend $25 or more. This year, go forward to school with Staples. In-store only, exclusions apply. 1 coupon per customer ends 8/27. Visit staples.com/school printing for coupon and requirements.
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Did you take those big down payments?
You're darn right I did.
Your Honor, he is breaking the laws of Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. They made it clear. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every new Mitsubishi, 1 dime down.
Take them away. And at Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City, ask for credit amnesty.
If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit. So, what's the beat on inventory?
Other dealers are struggling, but not Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. 40 new Outlanders in stock now. An entire fleet of new and pre-owned. New Mitsubishis from just $17,000.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, 1 dime down.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville, they service all makes and models.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
New 22 Mirage, 16 Ford, 9 down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here. Billy Schwein, Josh Hennig. Now, you know, Josh, this is my favorite segment of the weekend. We have Tommy Green on every Sunday. I love Tommy Green, but this guy, my first guest, he's charismatic dude. He's always looking good. We broadcast on my YouTube channel, so we get the chance to see him. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the locker room the sportsbook consigliere himself, Dave Sharapan. Good morning, Dave. He's wearing
Good morning, guys.
Oilers hat. Is that the Oilers?
That is.
Look at you. Can you? All right, real quick. I'm gonna say that the name of the Houston Oilers. You're gonna give me the first player you can think of. Comes right to your head. Ready?
Yeah.
Houston Oilers.
Earl Campbell.
All right.
Warren Moon.
Dan Pastorini.
I was going to say that, but I don't want to go too deep, and we're really showing our age. But you know, I picked this up. I got a couple different versions of it. I got the baby blue. They have this one, the navy, and I got the red one too. This may be one of the coolest.
I love that hat.
Iconic emblems or logos in the history of sports. So I was like, you know what, Billy will really appreciate this. Josh, good to see you too. We spoke on Tuesday deeply about.
Wait a second. You cheated on me again,
Billy.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Billy,
you're cheating on me, Dave.
Listen, people work during the week too. All right, people got shows during the week too. All right, I'm on air 5 or 6 hours a day, every day. All right, but I've been here in the locker room with you every Saturday for a year. I missed one time.
I love it.
One
I wasn't
time.
even here, and I wasn't even here last week because I got knocked down by the.
I've been here more than you have, Billy, on Saturdays, and it's your show. Don't be coming at me like that. All right, I ain't cheating on nobody. I love you both.
All right.
Listen,
yes.
Bill, sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. All right. Well, listen. Now we established that we're both tied as your favorite person to be talking to on the air.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
So, how you doing, Dave? Everything all right?
Everything's good, man.
How about did you read the article I sent you last night? The unique perspective of the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan.
I listened to the promo. I didn't read.
I didn't send you the article. I'll have to send that to you after the show.
Yeah, you didn't send me. You sent me the promo. I listened to the promo.
Well, I'm still getting over this. I'm a little slow out of the gate.
I believe it. But you got that tan. You must be sitting outside getting that.
Well, that's the best. The sun rays. What do they call the electrolytes in the sun?
Yeah,
I don't know. Right?
It's called vitamin D.
Vitamin D. There you go.
Thank goodness Josh is here to keep you in line.
Yeah.
Oh my
You have.
goodness.
Hey, listen, Dave. You don't know how right you are. Let's put it.
I know how right I am. Believe me, I know.
What would I do without my newspaper?
Oh,
right?
thank goodness you got that.
This is the
scratch
USA
stuff.
Today Sports Weekly right there. Hold on, let me get something else for you, Dave.
Billy,
You changed it up.
Dave, I got the Philadelphia Daily News right there, Dave.
This at least you get the local stuff still. You read that USA Today Weekly News.
And then I even make some cutouts of papers past, so I have a list right there in front of me.
Look at Josh. Josh is doing what the kids call a face palm. For those of you not watching, he's doing the face palm, going, man, it's like I got my grandpa here, and he's telling everybody everything, and I can't stop him. But no,
listen. Billy is keeping the newspaper industry in business.
This is good. Listen, we all need to do that because honestly, how much did we learn from the newspaper, and like how much time did we take with it? Whether it was reading Sunday morning, after a long week, it was something that you took. Like I took it for an hour and had it with breakfast and like read stories that I would never read because it was,
Dave,
how about this part of our lives?
How about this book? And I'm sure they did it in Pittsburgh when you're growing up. And was it the Pittsburgh Gazette?
Pittsburgh Post-Gazette was the morning paper, and Pittsburgh Press was the afternoon paper. Remember, there was two papers.
Right, but the Sunday morning paper, you'd have a list of every single the batting average of every single player in the league.
Oh,
from top to bottom.
For the kids listening in the car, this actually happened. That was the only way we got the stats was the Sunday paper.
That's true.
And I had to take it every week because I was the kid running the fantasy leagues and, handing everybody the parlay cards and doing all that other stuff at a very young age. But that's how we got the numbers to do the stats and the standings when we started doing fantasy sports. So yes, Billy, we're dating ourselves, but yes, the ink and stuff on a Sunday paper with the stats and information that we could only get from that. There was no other source.
I'll add in to date myself. So I remember the Sunday paper with all the football lines in it.
Oh yeah,
for the game.
Yeah.
And tell you that the matchup, the lines, the spread, and then it would tell you the network it was on and the kickoff time. And I would sit there looking at these things, and I'd be like, why the heck are the 49ers just a -3? Like something like that. It's like, I mean, you're a young guy. You're sitting like, oh, it's Joe Montana, it's Jerry Rice. How could you be -3? And then what happens? They win by 3.
It's unbelievable. It's very true. And it was the only other source you had than when you called the bookie or, and got the line. I mean, seriously, it was what was the line in the paper? And what did this guy tell me it was? Because then you could see how you were getting cheated because you knew you were going to call and bet the Eagles. And the line in the paper said the line should be 4.5. But when you called and said, hey, what's the Eagles line? He'd say 7. Like, wait, it's 4.5 in the paper. I had one bookie tell me, then go bet with the paper. Do you want a game or not?
Yeah.
Like that was the line. That was a
move it a
legitimate
couple,
line.
an extra point, half a point, or an extra point.
Yeah.
All right, Dave. Let me ask you. First of all, let me tell you, and then let me ask you. The Philadelphia Phillies can't beat the Mets. We're 12-4. Can't beat the Mets, Dave.
Billy,
Dave, their run differential is 92 plus 92. The Mets can't. What is it? We got one of the best offensive lineups in the league, and we can't beat the Mets.
This is one of those things that happen in baseball where one team just owns the other team. And it's happening here. It's unfortunate because they play each other 18 times in a season, and it's 12-4. And this is the difference between their division lead, right? Like just the Phillies aren't going to win the division. I don't think so. It's out now. As you get closer, this last sprint, 40 games left or so, you come to the realization that you cannot win a division, but you can get in the postseason now with baseball, right? There's a way in. So 6 teams make it, 2 get a bye. That's out of the realm of possibility. I still think the Phillies can make it, boys, but thank goodness they don't have to play the Mets after this weekend. All right. They got to Maxey last week on Friday. They won that game 2-1 in extra innings and then proceeded to get shut out with DeGrom and Bassett.
Right.
Bassett pitched again yesterday. Good.
He hasn't he hasn't lost to the Phillies yet this year.
I know, Billy. Like, I mean, are you trying to come on and like put it on them? Are you putting a mush on them? Like, they got Wheeler going today. All right.
Right.
If you were in your paper and you could see it, it probably says minus 160, 155. I'll go tell you and everybody listening right now, and Josh is our record. I think the Phillies are going to win today. I actually think the Phillies are going to win today. All right. A lot of sharp people are going to look at this and go, well, how could you give me the Mets? The Mets are one of the best teams in baseball, and I get them as a plus money underdog. Give me that.
Really?
I think, yeah. So I think a lot of people this will be a public dog today. Rightly so. But for me, it's Phillies and the game. Oh, I had to do it last night. I like the under pregame. It was 7.5. It went up to 9.5, and I bet under again. I got the under 9.5 to 7.5 squadouche. I'm telling you, this is going to be a low scoring game. Phillies win. Playoff atmosphere. Billy, you going to be at the game? You can't be at the game, are you?
No, I can't. I can't make the game tonight, but
okay.
I like
it's a day game, Billy. I mean, this is a
doubleheader, double day night doubleheader.
Oh, this sounds like a day at the ballpark for the Schwein.
Yes,
the Schwein, day at the ballpark.
We're talking with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. Of course, you can look at it, follow him on the Major League MLB network.
Yeah.
Bostonian versus the book.
Yes.
Cash considerations.
Yes.
Josh Hennig game night.
Tuesdays we visit with Josh. Yes. It's a good drop.
When he's available. Yeah.
Did I get a finder's fee for that?
Do you want one?
No. You kidding me? Your presence on my show is well worth it.
Do you want one?
No.
Do you want
Dave,
one? I mean, I send you Venmo.
Dave.
Do you have Venmo?
Ready? We have a Twitter poll question up today. You want to know what it is? You want to participate if you haven't already?
100%. I want to know.
So if you're a Philadelphia Phillies fan or a Philadelphia sports fan,
okay.
The question is, I can't find it. Let me go back because I'm all thumbs here.
Oh my gosh! You want me to pull it up for you, Bill?
Josh, help him.
Come on now, hold on.
He's
All right, ready, here we go.
Live.
After the
riveting
Phillies
radio.
Lost, after the Phillies, it's live radio. We're having fun. Hey, listen. After the Phillies lost to the Mets in Game 1,
yes.
Do you still believe in the Phillies, or have you checked out and it's all Eagles?
Wow.
Good question. Right now, well, I'm not going to give you the breakdown right now. I want your vote on Twitter too. By the way,
well, they're 100%. They're on the Eagles. This is on. They're done. They're done
so
with this.
No matter if the Phillies take the next 3 games, like say the Phillies win 3 or 4 from the Mets. You know, the people look. If the Phillies could just split with the Mets this weekend, I guarantee because
we keep the Philly fans in it, right? Like
yes.
we need a split. We just need a split.
A split. That's all we need. But we already lost with Noel on the mound against Bassett. I mean, we don't think we're going to face Scherzer or DeGrom.
Yeah. No.
Where are you?
They miss him.
So
I would bet that you people because listen, there's not too many more passionate fans than Philadelphia fans.
Thank you.
Of any sport.
Dave.
All right.
Thank you, Dave.
I'm not just saying that. I grew up in Pittsburgh. There's another passionate
I was going to
city.
say, no, the Steelers fans. You know what? And I don't mean to interrupt you, but real quick. You know, I got season tickets to the Eagles. And every time the Pittsburgh Steelers show up, you'll see it black and yellow. It's like they're
Steelers fans all over the place.
Yeah,
right?
just like I would say the Cowboys.
There's Steelers fans all over the place.
But I think we're only 3-hour drive, 3.5, 4-hour drive.
No, Billy, it's 5. It's 5 solid.
Is it 5?
It's at least 5. You could go as fast as you want.
I never drove it. I always flew.
Well, of course, this is where you run. I mean, there's guys like us that have to drive, and there's guys like you that fly. People fly you that places. But it's passion that like Pittsburgh is. I mean, in Pittsburgh, it turns at Memorial Day. It's been a while since the Pirates been good. Like, it's been a long time.
We are family.
1992 was really good. I think people will vote that they're on to the Eagles. The excitement level, I see it in the books. On the Eagles, season wins over. They're going to win the division because nobody's won it back-to-back, and they're the only other good team in the NFC East.
Well, you're bucking the trend then, I got to tell you, because right now, 71% of our people participating in this have said they still believe.
This is all the early bird special people that because all right, the breakfast people,
it's
the
also
baseball fans. That's
it's also preseason.
Well, yeah, but isn't preseason football? I mean, if you pay attention to gambling, Twitter, and all kind of talk radio, everybody's talking about football season.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't wait for football
Not
season.
only that, when other all type of radio outlets, sports, paper, the editions, they're hanging on every throw that Hurts is making in the preseason. He was 10-19 and he had 6 touchdowns. I mean, he ate peanut butter and jelly for, you know what I mean? It's like they hang on every little thing.
Oh, so you hate Hurts too? Is that what it is?
No. I never said, I'm not a hater, man. Josh, come on, man. That's not fair. I never said that.
I'm just saying you're painting it like, you're tired of hearing about Jalen Hurts.
No, but I'm saying, but Dave's right. The sports book's right. If the Phillies lose today, if they, God forbid, get swept, that'll go to like completely opposite.
Oh, 100%. I'm just saying that I think part of the thing is, because we had the conversation started yesterday, Dave, and we're saying the Billy show today, is that, look, the Eagles aren't going to play anybody in tomorrow's preseason game.
Nobody.
So it's like, what are you really watching for? You just watching for the nostalgia
I think
of it?
people are just like seeing the Eagles on the field.
Like I'm watching NFL Network after the Phillies game last night, and I can't tell you who actually was playing in some of those games because I don't even think those guys are making NFL rosters. But you know what? I'm watching for the nostalgia of the whole thing. I'm watching for the sideline check-in with Cooper Kupp of the Rams game and Sean McVay being live on the broadcast mid-play calling, which was hilarious last night. I mean, there's nothing better than, because now, Dave, you used to be on this side of the country.
Yeah.
Now you're in Vegas.
Yeah.
But, it's midnight and you look up and Sean McVay is doing real-time commentary on what his team is doing late in the third quarter of a preseason game.
All right. One last question for you, Dave, because we have to go pay some bills. However, that being said, who do you think is going to win the job in Carolina? Will that be Sam Darnold or will it be Baker Mayfield?
I think Baker Mayfield minus 800. I think Baker Mayfield wins the job for sure. As far as the NFL preseason, you guys remember the movie Goodfellas?
Yeah.
He said, funny like the clown.
Do I
amuse
amuse
you how? That's what I used to say about the NFL preseason. It's amusing to me. And people watch it, Billy, for the uniforms and for the excitement that football's back.
Yeah.
The sharp rhombuses, parallelogram community, they love to tell you that betting NFL preseason, there's an edge. And if you know the information of the quarterback rotation, you can win. They're full of squadouche, too.
Squadouche!
Enjoy the games.
Dave, we always appreciate having you on every Saturday. You liven up the show.
Who brings it like
You
this,
do.
Billy?
Consistent.
Who brings it every single week?
I'll
in
be
the
listening
locker
on
room?
Tuesday night for you on Josh's game night, all right?
I got to stretch out. Yeah, we got more time on Josh's thing. I get back, lean back, and get comfortable. Thanks for having me, boys. Great seeing you as always every week. Go Phillies! Take the next 2.
Come on, man. Let's go, bro. Let's go Phillies and Birds. I'll be on the
go.
click. I'll be on the clicker. All right, Dave. We'll talk to you next week.
Goodbye.
Thanks, buddy. All right, there he is on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. The Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan. The first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Hey, just about everybody on air has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we get back, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Josh Hennig right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tonight on Compass Media Network's coverage of the NFL. The preseason rolls along as 2 high-powered offenses square off under the bright lights of L.A. Hi, this is Jerry Recco. Join Kevin Ray, Danny White, and myself for all the action as the Dallas Cowboys hit the road for a matchup with the Los Angeles Chargers. Who will come away with their first win of the year? It's the Cowboys and the Chargers. If it's the NFL, it's right here.
On 97.3 ESPN, coverage begins at 9:30.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hey, I'm Pete Thompson.
And I'm Billy Schwein.
Now listen, Billy, I know you're an Ocean City guy, but that's a dry town, right? Where are you going to go if you want to wet your whistle?
Pete, I've been going to Maynard's Cafe in Margate since Ronald Reagan first got into the White House.
You know what, Billy? I've been a fan of Maynard's a long time, too. Open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even late night.
And Pete, did you know they now have Sunday brunch? Maynard's Cafe, 9306 Amherst Avenue in Margate. Stop in for good times, great friends. They now have live music at the world-famous Starlight Garden.
Find them on the web at maynards-cafe.com or give them a call at 609-822-8423.
That's Maynard's Cafe in Margate, 9306 Amherst Avenue. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and reduce friction and wear. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $33.99. Try Syntec today, exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, Tom Bodette with a shout out to Uncle Rick. You know him. He shows up at the family reunion in a muscle shirt without muscles, stealing noses off the kids' faces. He brings a nugget of wisdom, too, like staying at Motel 6. They have clean, comfortable rooms where he can kick off his flip-flops and great low rates, which is handy since he's always saving up for a speedboat or something. I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you, Rick.
The Honda Certified Dream Deal Sales Event at Rossi Honda. Make your dream a reality with an unbelievable financing APR as low as 0.99% on Honda Certified Pre-Owned, Civic, and CRV. Be a Rossi VIP. Get your name on the list. Reserve your vehicle in production now. Visit Rossi Honda or online at rossihonda.com. We treat you better, period.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
We're the Houston
Oh, man.
Houston Oilers #1.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah. I actually, I saw Dave's hat. I like the powder blue, but I like the logo. He's right. That's what it is. Because it represents their area. It's a perfect name for a professional sports team, the Houston Oilers.
The Tennessee Titans were the Tennessee Oilers for one season.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
And then they realized this ain't going to work.
Josh, real quick, we got about a minute left. The Atlanta Braves, who've been on the heels of the Mets, just suffered another blow. And I don't know how much it's going to hurt them, but Marcell Ozuna, did you see he got popped for DUI?
He got in trouble with DUI. He's had multiple incidents.
Aggravated assault last
off
year.
The field now.
May 29th last year. This can't help the Braves.
He has been involved now in his baseball career in 2 domestic incidents off the field and 2 separate DUI situations.
Yeah, I thought the Braves, especially after this last, after the last series with the Mets, they won 3 of 4, and then this happens. I don't know. It's got to hurt the, hurt the.
It hurts the morale, but I think
Right.
that if any team can take the blow, it is Atlanta.
And look, they did last year. They lost their 2 biggest players last year. They still won a World Series.
Correct.
Let's go, Phillies! Come on, man. I want to sweep today. Josh,
Billy's begging now.
Bring my tin cup out. All right, hour number one is in the books. Hour 2 ahead of us. We're going to do the Beach Patrol report at the bottom of the hour and play some interviews. The last big Beach Patrol race of the season. It's a locker with Billy Schwein, Josh Hennig, right here on 97.3 and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Reds. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or RedsJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Did you take those big down payments?
You're darn right I did.
Your Honor, he is breaking the laws of Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. They made it clear. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every new Mitsubishi, one dime down.
Take them away. And at Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City, ask for credit amnesty.
If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit. So, what's the beat on inventory?
Other dealers are struggling, but not Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
40 new Outlanders in stock now.
An entire fleet of new and pre-owned.
New Mitsubishis from just $17,000.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, one dime down.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville.
They service all makes and models.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4, dine down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
This should be 8x7.
When it comes to closets, Janina's home organization business runs tip-top tidy.
Is this schedule right? I'm going to need help.
But she needs to reorganize and find a new assistant.
I know, it's your last week, but can you make sure the Hanson pantry's wrapped?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The tradition continues for the 103rd season at Douglas Fudge. Take advantage of great Douglas specials. Buy 2 pounds of famous Douglas Fudge, get 1 free. Or buy 2 pounds of Douglas Original Taffy, get 1 free. Douglas Candies on the boardwalk at Wildwood Avenue and now in Stone Harbor on Facebook, Twitter, and online at DouglasCandies.com.
Our own recipe, and we're sure proud of it. We make the candy we sell, so it's easy to tell the great taste of Douglas Fudge. O'Reilly.
Don't risk getting stranded with a bad battery. Our professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery does need to be replaced, we'll help you find the best battery for your vehicle and your budget. Don't wait until your battery is dead. Get it tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort this football season. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery. Go to Ocean. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
A town square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is 97.3 ESPN, home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
He is hit. He stumbles. He's down.
WENJ HD Millville, Atlantic City.
Red 83.
Welcome
to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy. How you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill. How you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Josh Hennig, 97.3. Hey, Josh, we have a Twitter poll question up today at Locker Room 973, at Locker Room 973, at Locker Room 973. After the Phillies lost game 1 to the Mets, do you still believe or have you checked out on the Phils? Right now, 72% say they still believe. If we split today, what will that number be? What's your prediction for that number?
Oh, it's probably going to flip.
I think
because
so,
you know people get emotional, as you would call it.
Look, I'm the biggest emotional guy out there, right, Josh? 72% still believe. I think if they win game 1 today with Wheeler on the hill, and then they say they lose because Bailey falters.
You've been waiting to say that for a while.
Then I think we'll still see. I think the Philadelphia Phillies faithful, or the Philadelphia fan in general, will still give the Phillies the edge. I still think they'll give them the edge. It will drop a little bit, but I still think there's always hope, right? Like you heard the sportsbook Consigliere, and he thinks the Phillies will make the playoffs. They just got to score runs. They got to produce. Like if you look at the Phillies pitching staff, especially with Ranger Suarez pitching well, and Gibson's hot one day, cold the next. But he's overall, I think he's pitched really well. Noah Syndergaard, he's getting himself, I think, back. He turned into a pitcher's pitcher. Would you agree with that, Josh?
I mean, he's become much more of a pitcher. Yes, I think the biggest thing with Syndergaard is he's still not. I don't know if he's 100% back from the Tommy John surgery.
No, I don't think he is either.
Yeah, there's a lot of studies that show that it takes guys, 18, 24 months for they're fully back. So I think that with each start, he's closer to being where you want him to be. But, as Dan and EHT texted in at 609-403-0973 on the text board, his point is that he thinks that the Mets are taking the fight out of the Phillies.
Yeah.
And that's why there's no fight in the Phils, because the Mets are taking it out of them. So I ask you, Bill, if the Mets are the kryptonite of the Phillies, how do the Phillies overcome that?
Well, you've seen, I know, especially within hockey, you see where one team dominates and then they get to the playoffs and it completely is opposite. So, yeah, I think they can. Remember, baseball is a long season. It's 162 games, and you just saw what happened with the Braves losing Marcell Ozuna. He's going to be out for. I'm sure he'll get suspended, right? Well, there's going to be an outcome. There's going to be a discipline.
He's going to miss games.
Yeah, he's going to miss games.
I don't know what capacity is going to be.
But so what I'm saying is, you're one injury or one situation like that away from changing the whole dynamic. Like if Alonso, the Mets, and to be fair to the Mets, even though I'm not defending them, to be fair to the Mets, over the last 7 years, they've had to deal with more injury, overcome more injuries than any team.
That's true.
I mean, they've really been devastated by injuries. So this is their year where they put it all together, and there is no kryptonite for it.
Maybe there is. I want to see the Phillies get some wins. That's all. I just feel like you have an opportunity. No Scherzer, no DeGrom. I'm going to check again, but they still haven't announced who's the Sunday pitcher for the series.
We're looking at the highlights in here for the Braves Houston game. The Braves won a close one, I think 2-1 last night. And the Braves, remember, they lost Ozuna and Acuna, and they still won a World Series. That's a pretty hill to climb. Pretty big hill to climb, Josh.
No, and that's an example of, I think, why for someone like me, I'm frustrated. Because again, you still have Hoskins, you still have Bone, you still have Romuto out there, you still got Castellanos out there. They showed the graphic last night that in the last 19 games he's batting .342, and it's like, well, you can't lose 7-2 then. You know what I mean, Bill?
Right, yeah, no.
At some point,
would you feel better if they lost 3-2 last night?
Yes.
Okay.
Because at least then you're like, because over the weekend, right? when the Phillies won Friday night, it was exciting, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Saturday they lost 1-0. And even though they should have gotten, they had Diaz against the ropes on last Saturday night. But you're losing 1-0, you at least feel like we were there. But then the next day you lose 6-0, and you just kind of throw your hands in the air like that meme where the guy throws the papers in the air and he's quitting his job kind of thing, So, like, to me, there's a huge vibe difference between 7-2 and 3-2 because, as I said, you got to the Mets bullpen, and 2 of the pitchers they brought in the game have bloated ERAs. So you would think that's a situation to get some hits, get some runs, do something.
Get some momentum going.
Yeah.
All right. At the bottom of the hour, we're going to do the Beach Patrol Report. It's brought to you by the GroundHogs Moving Company. Looking to move soon? Leave your worries behind and the heavy lifting to the GroundHogs Moving Company. For a good price without any drama and a team of family-friendly, professional young men that will respect your mama more than a moving company, the GroundHogs Moving Company is second to none when it comes to handling your move, clean out, or furniture delivery with care. Call Biagio Basicki at 856-689-0239 or check them out on Google, Facebook, or Instagram. By the way, when you read this last week, I was cringing when you're getting ready to say his name, but you hit it, right? But you're good with the names. Biagio Basicki.
Biagio Basicki.
All right. Let's get into our Eagles talk because, there's a lot of people that are salivating as we progress through the preseason with Cleveland on Sunday at 1:00, which, by the way, I don't think I've ever seen a preseason game at 1:00 on Sunday.
It's been not for the Eagles, at least.
Not for the Eagles. Like I heard Mike speaking to Sal Pal on the way into the
Sal
show,
Palantonio,
that it's so unusual for the Phillies usually play on a Thursday night. It's been that way for years.
Can I just say, I think Sal Pal talks to Johnny G more than you do.
Yeah, I know he does. I talked to Johnny G the other day. They went out for breakfast.
Yeah. It's like you probably talk to Johnny G once a week, and Sal Pal talks to him, it seems like every day.
No, I bet you I only talk to Johnny G once every 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, and I don't.
Sal Pal's talking to him like 2-3 days a week.
Yeah. So, but the Eagles are up at Cleveland, and by the way, I sent my guy Mike Carlin on assignment. He's up in Cleveland. His son lives there and works for the Cavaliers, but he's up there and he's going to the games, and he's taking notes, and he'll have a full report for us tomorrow in the locker room.
So here's an interesting note.
Pete Thompson.
So here's the deal. We got to bring this up, and I didn't know this until I talked to some of the Eagles beat guys this week. We had Adam Kaplan on yesterday for Mike Gill's show,
right.
But I had Chris
Football at 4, right?
But on Football at 4. But I was talking with Chris Franklin and Les Bowen from NJ.com the other day, and according to them, fans are not allowed at these joint practices.
Oh, is Les Bowen up there?
He's over there with Chris Franklin right now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And here's the thing. Think about this, Bill. No fans at the practice.
Well, I don't get it, man.
So the media is getting like unprecedented access to like what they're saying on the play calls and in the huddle and the trash talk that's going on. And it really seems like that, at least based off of 2 joint practices, that the Eagles are just a better team, Bill.
Yeah, well,
than Cleveland.
Like in one of the reports that I heard that Jalen Hurts goes 10 for 19. Preseason game. It's a situational thing. They go with the red zone. They do certain.
Well, that's why the coaches like it.
Right. Okay, I get it, but it's like you're not for them to report on his 6 touchdowns and 10 for 19. By the way, 10 for 19 is right almost 50%, a little bit more. That's not a great completion percentage.
See, here's the problem.
But for them to make a big point of it, like I know people want more Eagles talk, but why? I don't want to give people false hope. I'm not a Jalen Hurts hater. I'm a wait and see guy right now. I think, look, when he was in college, what was the first thing he did? He looked at his first option, and then if it wasn't open, he put the ball down and ran.
But that was at Alabama,
right?
You
go
a little bit. You go back to the year he was at Oklahoma. Okay, the 1 year. And remember, Kyler Murray was only there 1 year too.
Right.
Their stats are very similar. Okay. But we act like Kyler Murray is this elite passing quarterback when he's not.
I don't think he is either.
And people try to act like Jalen Hurts can't throw, even though he was top 10 in the country in completion percentage.
Josh, here's the thing about Jalen Hurts. And people have to be a little bit patient because, like you just said, he had a good completion percentage in college.
69%.
Yes. And because what I illustrated just a second ago, that he did pull the ball down and run a lot because he had to. He could, and he did. It's going to take a little time for him to get adjusted to the speed of the NFL as a quarterback.
Well, some people would say that because he hasn't shown it yet,
well,
then it's not enough.
Well, what do you think? I think you got to give him. Look, and the Eagles actually agree with this. Obviously, they would have stuck with him if they didn't think they get one more year at him to see how he progresses.
I'm going to give a pseudo Billy Schweim answer to this, but you know me, Bill. I'm a consistent individual, and I'm going to stick with this till further notice. If the players believe in Jalen Hurts,
that's all you need.
If the coaches believe in Jalen Hurts, if A.J. Brown says that Jalen Hurts has gotten better, if Brian Baldinger from NFL Network says that Jalen Hurts looks like he's got an NFL body now, I'm going to listen to those people.
Oh, is that right? Because you're taking it out of my playbook,
right?
But you're agreeing with that now.
No, but what I'm saying is that I think there's substance to that. I think that there's a lot of times we can't have it both ways, right, Bill?
No,
you can't say the players this and the players that, and then when the players say something that you don't agree with, then just hate on the player. I just think that this is an Eagles organization that, and I'm not saying they're apples to apples, but they believed in Nick Foles. They loved Nick Foles, right?
Yeah.
They believe and love Jalen Hurts. I'm not saying the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl, but I'm just saying when players believe in the quarterback, there's value there. That's all.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I'm just so excited about this football season.
Get excited, Billy.
I'm pumped up. You know why? You got Nakobe Dean and you got Jordan Davis, right? From SEC. Georgia won a national championship.
Well, now you sound like Sal Palantonio.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, no, but it's a
for
fact.
For anyone who hasn't heard, Sal Palantonio hates Pac-12 players and he loves SEC players.
Hey, here's the thing: the SEC has been has been the best conference in football for what 20 years now. Would you say?
Yeah, 15 18
years. Well, if you want to be a successful football team, won't you go after the guys that are winning in college?
Yes and no. I mean, you want the best talent.
It's when these general managers try to get creative and think out of the box, hoping that what they see in this a particular player that goes to a lesser school. I'm just going to use Wentz as an example. He goes to North Dakota State, right? Mm-hmm. He's got a great arm. He's got a great football mind, supposedly. But all of a sudden, he's already been traded now twice.
Right.
You're taking a chance with it instead of you go to Oklahoma Georgia, Alabama.
Well, Georgia and Alabama always have the best quarterbacks.
Texas A&M, whatever.
Those are the schools you go to for your offensive linemen, your linebackers, your D linemen, your cornerbacks. Quarterbacks are a very unique situation.
Why would you?
Here's a better example. So the Cowboy fan who hates me right now because I keep talking bad about the Cowboys recently, they keep telling me the Cowboys drafted Jalen Colbert, and I'm like, Jalen Colbert didn't even go to like a major school. And you're telling me that he's automatically going to transition to the NFL and fill the void of no Cedric Wilson and no Amari Cooper, and I'm supposed to just accept that? Like, no, I get that CeeDee Lamb is down there in Dallas, but Michael Gallup is coming off a major injury. Billy, how many times did you complain about the Cowboys? There's nobody to guard Amari Cooper. You used to lose your mind.
Well, I'm going to lose my
mind.
mind.
There were no corners on the Eagles to cover that guy. Well, guess what? That guy ain't in Dallas anymore.
All right, we're ready for this. I'm going to lose my mind on the other side when I talk about the Eagles linebacker improvements. Because you know who I was not happy with last year. So
I'm very well aware.
All right, we're going to get into all that. Second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Now, Great Bay has a lot of new renovations. The new outdoor patio overlooking the first tee with fire pits. I can't wait to hang out there in the fall. New 18th green, a new green overlooking the 18th green with entertainment. Weddings, they do weddings, Josh. They have a great culinary banquet staff. They can handle up to 275 people.
Just don't look at me. I'm not getting married.
And I'm not proposing. They have got a new pro shop with new apparel lines, including Fairway and Green, Stitch, Johnny O, and Doc Murphy. They do weddings, like I said, the culinary banquet staff. They customize your menus, seating up to 275. Social memberships are now available at starting at $25 a month. So that's the Great Bay Country Club. Go there, go to greatbay.com for more information or give them a call at 609-927-501. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for me. Hey, My Winter Watchdog, have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know those worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you think of a storm coming and the daunting task of driving down the shore, hours of time on the road. If you're away for the winter, you're in Florida, let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869. Or send Debbie an email, Debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Josh Hennig, 97.3 ESPN, and the mobile app.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we're live at Ocean Casino at the Gallery Bar Book and Games. We'll recap the Phillies' 4-game series with the Mets and the Eagles' preseason game number 2 with the Browns. Mike McGarry, John McMullen, football at 4, and more. It's all coming up Monday on the Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Somers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Somers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both The Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number 1.
Hey, I'm Pete Thompson.
And I'm Billy Schwein.
Now listen, Billy, I know you're an Ocean City guy, but that's a dry town, right? Where are you going to go if you want to wet your whistle?
Pete, I've been going to Maynard's Cafe in Margate since Ronald Reagan first got into the White House.
You know what, Billy? I've been a fan of Maynard's a long time, too. Open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even late night.
And Pete, did you know they now have Sunday brunch? Maynard's Cafe, 9306 Amherst Avenue in Margate. Stop in for good times, great friends. They now have live music at the world-famous Starlight Garden.
Find them on the web at maynards-cafe.com or give them a call at 609-822-8423.
That's Maynard's Cafe in Margate, 9306 Amherst Avenue. We'll see you there.
Nature Valley has helped restore access to 10,000 miles of national park trails, and we're on our way to restoring even more because every mile is a new memory. Life happens out there. Nature Valley.
Hi, Tom Bodette here. Thinking about road tripping to the family reunion. Potato salad, doing battle with the sun, dog crawling all over the cousins, and nothing brings us closer than someone squished in the middle seat. Well, it's a good thing Motel 6 has clean, comfortable rooms at a great low rate. They'll get you out of that minivan so the kids can get all spiffed up before Grandma starts pinching their cheeks. I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Did you take those big down payments?
You're darn right I did.
Your Honor, he is breaking the laws of Springfield. Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. They made it clear. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every new Mitsubishi, 1 dime down.
Take them away. And at Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City, ask for credit amnesty.
If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit. So, what's the beat on inventory?
Other dealers are struggling, but not Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. 40 new Outlanders in stock now. An entire fleet of new and pre-owned. New Mitsubishis from just 17 grand.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, 1 dime down.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville, they service all makes and models.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
New 22 Mirage, 16 Ford, 9 down, 249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Bill.
It's funny because when we
Good morning.
When we talk off the air, it's just as enthusiastic as we were on the air. Josh, the Eagles, and not just the Eagles, there's a lot of other general managers. If you're picking a player,
Speaking of general manager, can we just bring up the fact that Howie Roseman did what the Phillies did this week? The Phillies got rid of Mickey Moniak.
Yeah.
And the Eagles got rid of J-Jaw.
Yeah, that's true.
And they got something. They got something for both of them.
Hey, here's the thing, Josh. JJ was unproductive, and he was a number 1 pick.
Second round pick.
But he was picked in front of the guy from Seattle. What's his name?
Okay.
No, just let me finish my thought. What's his name again?
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf. Because of DK Metcalf's production and the player that he's turned into, is why Howie was under a lot of pressure. JJ White said he wasn't performing. He wasn't doing anything.
Well,
so
two things.
But they were reluctant to get rid of him because they didn't want to look bad.
Well, there's a couple things. Number one, DK Metcalf for a lot of NFL teams was a no draft because of his medicals.
Right.
He had a lot of medical red flags.
A lot of teams passed on him.
A lot of teams passed on him for that reason, to the point where Seattle passed on him twice. And I don't know if you ever heard the phone call when Pete Carroll called him and congratulated him on drafting them.
No, I didn't hear this.
And DK Metcalf's like, why didn't you guys? He's like crying on the phone. He's like, why didn't you guys draft me sooner? And he's like, Pete Carroll's like, hey man, I was pounding a table for you. It was out of my control, but I'm glad you're here now.
So that leads me to my next thing, is what I want to discuss with you about, because I believe that if you're going to be, I believe if you're going to be a good team, a championship team, and you got to get championship players. They know how to win. Would you agree with that? So you're going to go, if I'm going to look at somebody's on my board from, say, I would just say North Dakota State or Alabama, and their statistics are comparable, I'm going with a guy from Alabama. Well, unless there's a personality character flaw of something.
So this is my perspective, and when I listen to people like a Jeremiah from NFL Network, right, who used to work in the NFL, now he's on NFL Network evaluating the draft, or a Greg Cosell who's been working at NFL Films for almost as long as I've been alive, right? When I watch film myself, when I watch college football, just because a guy does or doesn't go to fill in the blank program, it's part of their resume, but it's not the end all be all for me. And the reason I bring that up is because for all the big players, Alabama, for example, has produced, right? Your Jonathan Allens, right? They've produced, whatchamacallit, all the wide receivers, Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley and all those guys. But for every one of those guys, there's also your D Milners, right? Yeah. There's also your who's the linebacker who didn't Rolando, I forget the last name, Rolando Smith. You have guys you don't work out. So it's not an end all be all measurement just because that you were on a great team, you had success in college. If you look at Tim Tebow's stats and you never watched him play, you think Tim Tebow should go to the NFL and be a great quarterback.
That's a whole nother conversation for another day, because I what you just said will you're gonna get a debate at him because I don't think he ever got a fair shot. He won a playoff game, but yet the next year he's no good. But I don't want to talk about that right now. What I do want to talk about
what do you want to talk
the
about?
linebackers. Like, you know how pissed off I was with Singleton, how I couldn't stand him, and I couldn't, like, obviously the players aren't going to rip him because they're circle wagons for each other. But when he would jump up and down and make a tackle 10 yards downfield and act like he stuffed somebody on the goal line. So the Eagles, by going to Georgia and getting to Kobe Dean, I think he's already, you know what I mean? They already improved their line, and that doesn't even count Hassan Reddick, that Consigliere White, who apparently almost had another interception yesterday.
Yeah, Consigliere White to me is the biggest thing. I know that, for you love the idea of the Kobe Dean because he won a national championship, all that kind of stuff. But Consigliere White's the bigger story.
Damn right, he is.
Consigliere White's going to be the guy that is going to be the new Eagles premier linebacker. This is a guy who can go sideline to sideline. He's got wonderful instincts. He's a sound tackler.
He's been in the league for a couple years.
He got groomed by another organization, and you picked him off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just with that's why I think the defense is going to be much improved from last year, and they
better be.
And I think the offense is going to be able to put points up on the board. I really do, Josh.
To me, I think that this is Jonathan Gannon probably has more pressure on him than anybody else on the Eagles sideline belt. Right. Because
so he should.
This guy had 2 head coaching interviews this offseason.
Yeah,
now Howie Roseman gave him everything he'd want. He gave him another pass rusher. Yep. He gave him Jordan Davis. He gave him a bunch of new linebackers. He gave him James Bradbury. He gave him depth at safety. Literally, the Eagles front office saying, all right, Jonathan Gannon, here are the
ingredients.
You gave us the shopping list. We gave you the groceries.
Make a gourmet meal. All right, Josh. On the other side, it's the Beach Patrol Report, brought to you by the GroundHogs Moving Company. And then former chief of the Longport Beach Patrol, Dan Adams, is going to call in. So we got a very comprehensive report. We've got interviews from some of the racers, some of the winners, and a whole lot more. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by
the Great Bay Country Club,
where it's not just golf, Josh, it's
fun.
Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You play on that 18-hole championship golf course. They also have lots of new renovations, a new outdoor patio overlooking the first tee with fire pits. That's going to be very, very nice place to hang out. They got a new sound system. They're working on a big outside deck with a view of the 18th green for entertainment purposes, weddings. They've got a new pro shop with new apparel lines from Fairway and Green, Stitch, Johnny O, and Doc Murphy. They do weddings with an award-winning culinary banquet staff. They customize your menus, seating up to 275 people. So for more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Hey, friends, just about everybody in our area has heard about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Or visit him online anytime at motml.com. And I talked to Mike this week, and he's a total professional. He really loves the Maseratis, and he'll pick out the perfect car with you. So get down to Maserati, the main line. All right, when we return, it's the Beach Patrol Report. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim and Josh Hennig right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles preseason continues tomorrow in Cleveland against the Browns.
Fires, and it is caught for a touchdown by Dallas Goedert.
Pre-game coverage starts at noon with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 1 p.m. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station.
Train presents The Unstoppables, those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi, I'm Aaron Beta, inviting you to visit my Golf and Sport Performance Club in Summers Point. No matter what the sport, we'll design a program to help you feel and play your best. Our Golf Performance Zone features 2 state-of-the-art golf simulators featuring TrackMan and Foresight technology. Enjoy massage therapy, assisted stretching, and sport-specific training.
That's Aaron Beta's Golf and Sports Performance Club. Call 609-788-4661 or visit gsfitness.com for your free assessment.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
The Honda Certified Dream Deal Sales Event at Rossi Honda. Make your dream a reality with an unbelievable financing APR as low as 0.99% on Honda Certified Pre-Owned, Civic, and CRV. Via Rossi VIP. Get your name on the list. Reserve your vehicle in production now. Visit Rossi Honda or online at rossihonda.com. We treat you better, period.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
You know, Josh, we had a very good year at the races this year, the lifeguard races. And last night was the galleys, which I mentioned this to 3 or 4 of the people that I interviewed. Yeah,
you mean all of them?
I kind of made it. Yeah, but I love the galleys. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's very competitive, and but it marks the end of the season for me because we've been doing the Beach Patrol report that's brought to you by the GroundHogs Moving Company. Looking to move soon, leave your worries behind, and the heavy lifting to the GroundHogs Moving Company for a good price without any drama, and a team of family-friendly, professional young men that will respect your mama. More than a moving company, GroundHogs is second to none when it comes to handling your move, clean out, or furniture delivery with care. Call Biagio Basicchia at 856-689-0239. That's 856-689-0239. Or find them on Facebook or Instagram. Let's go to the Maserati, the main line, sports hotline, and let's bring in the former chief of the Longport Beach Patrol, Dan Adams. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Josh.
You know, Dan, it's bittersweet when you get to the Galleys because you realize that summer's, for all intents and purposes, over. I mean, local people love September and October, but for the season, it's pretty much done. And we had a great year this year, Dan.
Absolutely. There was some really great racing, some really tough competitors, and it just showed as the season went on the difference in the caliber of athlete from the first race to the last race. And the Goudies just caps it off for the season with rescue races, which is what lifeguarding is all about.
Yeah. They have the swim, with the swim, the combo, and the singles and doubles. So it had four. I think they cut out a couple events because it was over early last night.
No, that's a traditional event. Years ago, they had an extra event, the line pull. I don't know if you remember that when you were a lifeguard, but they had a line pull, and the swimmer would swim out to the bag and then get the bag, and then they would pull him in on a line. But that got a little dangerous and a little hairy, so they stopped doing that. But no, it's just the 4 events. That's what it's been.
You know, Dan, so they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they had 10 or 12 beach patrols. And even the north, like Island Beach State Park, Lavalette, Ship Bottom, Normandy Beach, Harvey Cedars, and Surf City were all participants last night.
Yeah, it opens it up not only just to the South Jersey, true 15 beach patrols of South Jersey, but literally the whole southern part of the state and even up to the north a little bit. And it gives those lifeguards a chance to exercise their skills in front of, our South Jersey competitors. But, I'll put our South Jersey team second to none up against anybody else.
I've really been impressed too, Dan, with a couple of things. Number one, just over the years that I've been doing, and I've been doing the Beach Patrol report for 8 years. It's just from the names have all changed. Obviously, people move on; they get real jobs or whatever. But the quality of competitiveness is always there. But the names have changed, which is good to see that you get people, competitors that are that are different, changing. Because it's a very tough competition throughout the summer.
Oh, absolutely. And we saw that, Billy, right on from the Longport Memorials up and through the South Jersey Championships. We saw people change as far as their caliber. And I still remember talking to Sean Duffy after the one race, and he said, point blank, at the Margate Memorials, he said, these teams are getting faster and
younger too, I noticed, Dan.
Absolutely.
Like, you can look at Brigantine, the Seville brothers. They're represented. Kyle DeRue and Tyler Dirks from Atlantic City. Spires and Smallwood from Margate. I mean, you got names that we haven't really been talking about they've been in the mix, but now they're going to the forefront and they're very very competitive and winning races here.
Yeah, and we could segue into I'll mention 2 names and one who rode an awesome race last night in the singles, Dave Funk. And the other one is, and you can never leave him out. He only rode in the South Jerseys this year was Chuck Gowdy.
Yeah.
They are probably, when you talk about 2 of the greatest rowers of all time, those 2 names come up.
And it was fun. Dan, it's
sure.
funny you're bringing that up too, because when I was walking onto the beach last night, the first 2 people that I saw was Ashton Funk, who's had legendary wins in some of these races, the Margate Memorials and so on. And then Chuck Gowdy I ran into, and it was funny. I said, "Are you guys racing?"
Well, and I'll just segue into the Funk part. Do you know, I met with Tom McCann the other day, stopped by my office, and we were talking, and I brought up the Funk family. Do you know the Funk family as a whole has 28 South Jersey lifeguard championships? 28.
That's amazing. I talked to Dave because he won the singles last night, so I interviewed him. That'll be coming up in a few minutes. But let's start off with we're going to talk with the Atlantic City's doubles crew who won. Kyle DeRue, and Tyler Dirks.
Taylor Dirks.
Taylor Dirks took first place. Let's go ahead and play that interview.
All right, we're here at the Gowdy's in Vender for what's the last official big race of the summer. Kyle DeRue and Taylor Dirks.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, a little windy. It's tough to row out in this, sure.
Hey, Kyle, you Atlantic City's rowing well this year, man.
Yeah, we've been doing good. It's been it was a good way to end the season.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been a great year racing. I actually don't like being here at the Gowdy's because that marks one thing. I mean, it's the end of the summer.
Yeah, it is true. It's a bittersweet race.
So, you guys, when you have your city races to see who's going to be rowing,
Does that change for every race, or once the people that win your doubles, your singles, they represent Atlantic City?
It changes for these type of races and the long doubles. It changes. But yeah, every year we have to row for this specific race. A week before.
Because this race, is this is what you guys do. You rescue people in and out, short sprint.
Exactly. The ACS is the most rescues around, so this is what we do all the time. So we're able to show it in this race.
Okay, guys, great. Congratulations on a great race and a great season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, Dan, it's pretty cool that you have new blood winning these races because the Blair brothers won the jerseys, right? I mean, so they've got multiple talented rowers. They got a big bench, if you could say, big bench.
I think, and to quote Steve Downey out of the press article today, he actually said this is what they do every day. Atlantic City is one of the beach patrols that uses the lifeboats day in, day out for rescues. And this just shows the caliber of lifeguards they have when it comes to these short rescue style races. And that was the second win 2 years in a row for Kyle DeRue and Taylor Dirks. So, good job by them. Hats off to them for a great 2 years in a row, winning the doubles row both years.
All right, so then after that was the swim, and Dolan Grisbaum, man, he just had an outstanding season. I think he won every race he participated in, and we had an opportunity to talk with him. Let's play the Dolan Grisbaum. We're here after the swim at the Goudies in Ventnor. We're talking to Dylan Grisbaum, man. Congratulations.
I don't know how I did it. I was shot by one tonight.
Hey, that was a really that was a photo finish if I've ever seen one. You were spent. Looks like you got out of the water first. Then your competitor was right up. I don't know who that was.
Zach Master from Longport.
So was that Zach? And then you just pulled ahead of him and fell as you approached the finish line.
Yeah, I mean, it's a heavy bag. I'm not too strong, so I don't know.
Was that bag heavy?
Yeah, for me it was.
Yeah. Dylan, what a summer you had, man. You've been at it for some time, and you had to swim against the Teppers and Zach Vassar and Boucher and all those guys, but you really held your own this year. You're really impressed with your summer.
Yeah, there's a lot of good swimmers out there. Trying to make sure I was training hard this summer, making sure I was in shape because this was going to be a cakewalk for me. Zach Vassar, Dylan DeWitt, James Haney, all really talented swimmers. So, props to them for being so good. And they're so young; they have plenty of time to get the spotlight. I don't know what next year holds for me, if I'm going to be back or not, but
well, I know Avalon wants you back.
I hope so.
Let me ask you a question. How much does experience? Now that you've had 1 or 2 years experience doing this, tell me about how did you figure out what to do?
So I wouldn't say necessarily I've only had 2 years experience. I finished my first mile of Mars when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
So
I'm talking about in the racing here.
Yeah. I came here my first year last year with already tons of prior knowledge about water, so that was kind of But I've never done out and back swims like that. I've mostly done box swims, or I've done out and out again.
Yeah.
So definitely the experience helps. My courses were definitely better this year. I'd say compared to last year. Besides curves, I was a little.
Hey, listen, I got to tell you, I love the Goudies, but when we get to the Goudies, it's kind of bittersweet because you realize that summer's almost over.
Summer's almost over, but you know what? It was a fun one. I can't go back to school. Some for my team, Boston.
Yeah, right.
But I'm satisfied. I'm happy with how it went, so no complaints.
All right, congratulations, Dolan, on a great year, man.
Thank you.
So Dolan Grisbaum, Dan. I mean that finish was a photo finish if I ever seen one. I mean. He gets out of the water. Vassar, he gets out first. Vassar is right on his 6. Vassar takes a little bit of a lead, and then while they're carrying by the way, there's a great picture in the press of Atlantic City of the finish, how close it was. It was a true photo finish, Dan.
And that's a true sentiment to how strong these athletes are, and that goes back to the race last week. Look how close those finishes were in the doubles and singles. It just shows the true caliber of athleticism in these lifeguards who go out there and compete, day in, day out, year in, year out. Dolan Grisbaum had, last year's first year, he had to sit in the, tails of Joey Tepper and follow him. But he's come along. He got his chance, and he showed it this year and won every race.
All right, now all the way, too, when he fell, he went through a little bit of a gully, too, I think. And then he was so exhausted. You can hear it in the interview. he was spent, and it was a great victory. Now the next race was the I believe it was the combo, the swim, and we got a chance to talk with the second place team from Ocean City, Ryan Dunn and Frank Christie. Let's go ahead and play that interview. We're here at the Galleys with Frank Christie, Ryan Dunn, Dylan DeWitt. Yep. Great race today. Ocean City comes in second. You guys, I got to be honest with you, I hate the Galleys. You know why?
How's that?
March the end of the summer.
Oh, that's right. End of the summer blues. But I mean, we pulled it out. Dylan rode a great race, or swam a great race. Ryan and I did well, picking up the bag, bringing it in. It's all around great effort.
Hey, Ryan, you guys work at Chuck, St. Charles Place. You guys are partners on a stand.
We're partners. Dylan's first zone guy, so we all take care of the north end of the island.
The first zone, that's where all the swimmers are, right? The first zone, right?
Like it.
A couple rowers.
A few rowers in there.
This race emulates a rescue.
Yeah, so it's a bag pickup. Dylan swam out as if it was a victim, picks up the bag, we take the boat out, bring the bag victim in, just like a rescue.
A lot of these beach patrols are getting away from the boat. I happen to really think it's a necessary component to lifeguarding. I don't know how you feel.
Absolutely. I think it's also a tradition and everything that goes along with it. I mean, this has been since 1800s they've been rowing these boats, early 1900s. So, I mean, we got to keep this tradition going. And it's a shame people are getting away from it, but it makes people want to row.
Dylan, let's face it, you're out in the water first, so you set the tempo. Were you ahead of the flag? Could you see?
Yeah, I was having a little trouble spotting it because it was green, but I found my course and we got second. So
yeah, hey, listen, it's remarkable. This has been a fast summer. Doesn't it seem like the more summers you're part of the Beach Patrol, the faster they go?
Fast summer, but always a good summer. Yeah. And, still a little bit left. Local summer coming up soon in September.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
So, I mean, you can hear how their swimmer was spent. Dylan DeWitt. He was. I'll tell you what. A lot of the swimmers, like back in the day, Dan, the swimmers were bigger guys. Now they're more slender and stature, but it seems like they're faster though.
Yeah, they're definitely were bigger back in the day, and they definitely had a little more, upper body strength, so to speak. But you watch the way these guys glide across the water, and it's unbelievable. But talking about the bag, as each race goes on, the bag gets heavier from the water that it actually soaks up and soaks into.
It's waterlogged and it's really heavy.
And just think about it. The last race is the singles, and you got one guy getting that bag in, and then he's got to carry it. So.
Yeah. And
that bag's pretty heavy by the end of that race.
Great segue, Dan, because our last interview of our Beach Patrol report, which I'm sad about, but our last interview was with Ventnor's David Funk. Let's play that. All right, we're here with David Funk. He just won the singles, the Galley singles, and Dave, you've had an amazing career, man. You just keep piling up the victories.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate. Like 20, almost 30 years of competing.
30 years of competing.
Almost. 90s, 2000s, and 10s, now the 2020. So I'm really pumped. A little tired.
Yeah.
But been fortunate enough to have a great rowing career on Ventnor. We got a good beach patrol, great beach patrol. Man, I'm tired.
I told every participant that I've interviewed today, I said, I love the Galleys, but I hate the Galleys. The reason why I don't like them is it's almost like the end of the summer.
Yeah, once racing starts in July, it's a 6-week battle. It goes so fast. And with the Galleys, sort of is the conclusion of the summer for a lot of people. We've already lost a lot of guards, so we're short. But, racing, competing is it's a tradition on all beach patrols. To be able to do this and still do it at this level is great. I'm very honored. And it's a lot of fun.
Let's talk about this year in particular. Having all the victories that you do. You fell short a little bit in the jerseys. The Margates. I don't know if you did well or not. You didn't
there.
Yeah, you weren't there. You didn't even row. Why was that?
Took a small family trip.
Okay.
Yep.
It's just amazing how father started the tradition, and your brothers kept it up, and you're the only one left. So you're like the whole carrying the flag.
Yeah, in my late teens, 20s, even through my 30s, competing was always number one thing. You start to settle down, you got a family, my kids now, my wife are priority number one. And getting involved with all their stuff. It's a very delicate balance. I've got a great support system. And again, my family starts to take precedence. So all those wins, anything now to me is just icing on the top.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you've been a great friend of the show. We've had you on before. And I want to thank you and congratulations on a great win.
Yeah, thank you. I also just like to thank you guys for all the support, because outside of just newspaper print for all the years, we now got live broadcasting. We've got shows like yours coming on. It's been great. You've been awesome to the Beach Patrols, every Beach Patrol South Jersey. So really thank you.
All right, thanks, Dave. I really appreciate it. Congratulations, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
So, Dan, there it is. You encapsulate the whole summer with this word. Fantastic.
How about the way that he finished, though?
Yeah,
it was a tight race coming in. You had Vince Grenice on the far north side and Dave on the south side. Vince kind of
he got broached in the wood. He got turned completely around.
And Dave just kept going, got a little wave, steered it straight in, and basically just walked up the beach.
Hey, listen, Dan, we're up against it. We're up against it. I want to thank you so much for being our, riding shotgun with me throughout these races, and I really appreciate everything you do for the locker room with respect to the Beach Patrol Report.
Billy, thank you. It's been my pleasure, and I just have a great time doing it. And hopefully we can jump right back at this in 2023. And hats off to a great season in 2022. Hats off to all the competitors. Everybody did a great job. And, we look forward to, summer of 2023.
I hear you, man. I can't wait. All right, Dan, thank you so much. We got to run. We really appreciate it. There he is, Dan Brown on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. The Beach Patrol Report was brought to you by the GroundHogs Moving Company. Looking to move soon? Leave your worries behind and the heavy lifting to the GroundHogs Moving Company for a good price without any drama, and a team of family-friendly professional young men that will respect your mama. More than a moving company, GroundHogs is second to none when it comes to handling your move, clean out, or furniture delivery with care. Call Biagio Pasicchia at 856-689-0239. That's 856-689-0239, or check them out on Facebook. Second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Josh Hennig right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on ESPN Radio.
When we're right and when we're whole, we are going to be a very good offense. Obviously, we got to play better.
While the Yankees have been struggling since the All-Star break, they still sit high atop the AL East. This weekend, they welcome Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Toronto Blue Jays, who are fighting for the AL wildcard lead. The Yankees and Blue Jays. Coverage begins today at 12:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Red's. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004, using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or Red'sJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Hey, Dan Grimaldi, Patsy Parisi from The Sopranos. If you have an insurance claim, call the insurance doctor. I did, and he rescued me from a disaster. Got me more money than I ever expected. So when you get an insurance claim, you call the insurance doctor. 856-874-8377 or insurancedoctorllc.com. If you don't, This will be the last face you see, and it won't be cinematic. Call the insurance doctor.
Is sports betting about to become way more fun? You bet. Because the BetParks app has a brand new sports book. Live bets and parlays? You bet. Instant deposits and incredible app experience? You bet. Plus, your first bet is risk-free up to $750. So, are you already a winner just for signing up on the BetParks Sportsbook app? You bet. BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only. Could your favorite casino app be even better and faster than before? You bet, because the all-new BetParks app has been built around what you really want. Easier sign-up, better gameplay, and faster withdrawals, and all the slots and table games you love. Plus, make your first deposit and get a 100% match up to $750 and an additional 500 free spins. So, are all of your favorite games just a tap away? You bet. BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only.
All right, Josh. Great job today. Hey, Big Josh, we're reunited.
Yeah, you're back in the saddle again.
All right.
I know people are happy to have the Schweimer back.
You did a great job last week. I appreciate it. Hey, tomorrow on the program, we're going to be talking to who are we going to be talking to?
Tommy Green.
No,
on the mound
with Tommy Green for sure. But we're also going to be talking with John Amell, president of the West Jersey Football League, to talk about next week's Battle at the Beach.
Okay, start of high school football season.
We'll talk about that. Tommy Green tomorrow. Pete Thompson's back in the studio. All that and more. We're going to check it out. Same time, same place, 10 a.m., 12 noon. Thanks for making the Locker Room part of your Saturday. There's nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's go, Phils!
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Did you take those big down payments?
You're darn right I did.
Your Honor, he is breaking the laws of Springfield, Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. They made it clear. It's a